keep on trying to figure out what's the best camera angle I want to use here, and I don't know which one to use yet. So, you know what? There is a Alejandro Aranda song I want to review. The only problem is I don't know which one, what the name of it is. So, starting off this video by letting you know that straight out, I don't know the name of the video. So I'm gonna pause it right quick and get the name, not the video. I'm sorry, name of the song. Pause it right quick and get the name of the song, and I'm gonna come back and let's see what we got going on here. So as I always say, anytime I'm looking for a song or listening to a song of his, I always go like 10 seconds into it to say, you know what, I might dig on this, I might have some positive things to say, or not feeling the first 10 seconds, but you know what, let me give it a shot. And I'll tell you what, the first 10 seconds of this song that I'm going to play, The Act of Forgiveness, is from his album, and I've already reviewed some songs from The Act of Forgiveness, and you guys have to excuse my ignorance, but I didn't know many of the songs that I was already reviewing. Like I said, you guys are schooling me when I was asking you to. You know, I was saying, hey, I'm a fan from the point that I heard out loud, just like a lot of people were. But then there's a lot of you who graciously, came on board and, told me the things that I wanted to hear. When I asked, like, hey, how can I get, you know, more information on this album or that album? And you guys have straight up done that, so thank you. And so thank you for that. Um, there is one song that just, it is, yeah. Uh, I don't know if I'd ever play that song. How can I say it? It's an extremely beautiful song. You guys probably know which one I'm talking about. It's gut wrenching. It's just, yeah, but the one that still gets me, like if I really wanted to say, I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it. It's happening now within the next, I'll just say 10 days. But I got my on call sheet, time on set, time filming. Uh, and I'm telling you what, if there is a scene in there, which there might be, there might not be. For many of you guys who don't know, I'm going to be doing my first feature length film. I act like I'm fucking like the star of this 2 hour movie. No, and it's not 2 hours. I'm not going to give that away either. No, I'm in there for about like 5-10 minutes, and they actually added some more scenes, which I was like stoked about. And I've told people the story many times. I fucking flopped during the audition. Flopped, just straight up flopped. I walked out of there with my head held so low it could have been hitting the top of the ground. That's how I probably got this scar. Um, when the director called, I, honest to God, he asked for me. I'm like, yeah, but I remember his name. I'm like, you sure you have the right number? I'm like, are you looking for like, an on-set cook or, someone to pick up trash or something? I'm totally up for that, but I bombed that badly in this, and he's like, you know what, the best of them. One of my favorite two actors, Daniel Day-Lewis, Brad Pitt. I mean, you know, they're all gonna fuck up at least once or twice. I mean, just go back. I know Daniel Day-Lewis is kind of retired, and he became not a blacksmith. Is it a shoesmith? I know it's not a cobbler. That's what it is. He's became a cobbler. But the dude has so much talent that he could come back to acting. Boom. Maybe, have a few practice runs, but I mean, if you watch that guy, I mean, I know Leonardo DiCaprio was young in Gangs in New York, but if you were to watch those two kind of going at it, yeah. And I love Leonardo DiCaprio too. I mean, I thought that dude deserved Oscar actor. I mean, he should have at least 5 Oscars. I don't give a shit about their personal lives. I only mentioned the cobbler thing because I thought, man, here's a dude who's on top of his game and just steps away. Just, hey, screw it, let's just be a cobbler. Last of the Mohicans, Gangs in New York. Freaking Let There Be Blood. Lincoln was a little slow, and I know, people were anticipating him to sound like the old stereotypical Lincoln, but that's not how Lincoln sound. It was described. It's never been recorded as far as we know, but anyways, going way off track here. I bring that up just because I'm proud of it. And during the moment of me bringing that up, it's talking about how that song, if I really wanted to bring tears to my eyes, I could easily play that song, but still, nothing gets me when I get deep into Yellow and Yellow by Alejandro. And you could tell that he took a little bit, and Chris Martin, he took a little bit of Chris Martin's, opening just a little bit. I'm glad he didn't take it all the way because while I'm a fan of Coldplay, I mean, I hate to say it because usually the original is the original. You know what? I'm not gonna beat that, but he beat it, and he slaughtered it, and obviously Coldplay let him use it to make a video for the fans. That's how much they loved it, and that's Coldplay. Shout out to you guys for doing that, man. That's fucking awesome you guys did that. So without further ado, here's a song I played 10 seconds of, was feeling it. Let's see how it goes. For a lot of you guys who have been around, I kept on saying, why isn't he signed to, why isn't he sponsored by, a big guitar company? Why isn't he, this or that? And a lot of you guys were telling me, there's a Gibson performance that he has, and Gibson did sign him. So thank you guys. Right on point.
We both said every word from our mouths. Then I ran so far away from her sound. Now I'm broken in your eyes, watching her fade away. I'm falling down. I'm falling down. I'm falling down, my love. I know, baby. I swear that I am falling.
I'll admit, I like it. I really do. Wasn't a fan of the transition. I was hoping you'd go like something like a little, like, maybe lower, something a little bit more, not as fast, something slow. But yeah, I'm digging it no matter what. Like I said, just me personally, I just would have liked to have heard that go a little bit slower. And it's at that part that I'm talking about. But other than that, his playing's beautiful.
I'm falling down. I'm falling down. I'm falling down, my love. I know, baby. I swear that I am falling, falling down in love with you. And baby, I swear that I am falling, falling down in love with you. And baby, I swear that I am falling, falling down in love with you. And baby, I swear that I am falling, falling down in love with you. My love.
That transition right there was beautiful. I was gonna say, Um, I love the visuals. I know it's not his visuals. The only thing I don't like is the editing. And you see it, they're doing a lot of switching real quick. My opinion, this is just my opinion. I don't think the song necessarily calls for so many different edits in such a short amount of time. And there was, I don't want to ruin the song just to make a point, but if I go maybe 15 to 20 seconds back, right there, I mean, you could see how many times they're editing, and it's like, this is a great shot. And I also love when they do the close-up on him playing, but they edit it way too much right there.
Baby, I swear that I am falling down in love with you. And baby, I swear that I am falling down in love with you. And baby, I swear that I am falling down in love with you. And baby, I swear that I am falling down in love with you. My love.
I love that transition.
We both said every word from our mouths, like a fool who falls in love when in doubt. I'm falling down when, like a fool who falls in love when in doubt. I'm falling down. I'm falling down. I'm falling down, my love. Baby, I swear that I am falling down in love with you. And baby, I swear that I am falling down in love with you. And baby, I swear that I am falling down in love with you. And baby, I swear that I am falling down in love with you.
Like
The way I play, it's definitely of experimentation. Like I would start playing open tunings and just like strumming and stuff. I started muting the second string and tapping it with my index finger, but it became like a natural kind of way of creating songs and stuff. So
Which is
it came
so freaking hard. I mean, you've seen people ever since these came out try to do that. That is extremely, extremely difficult.
gradually. But I would say the first thing that I really kind of gravitated towards was open tunings, because that was like, you know, I just think it sounds really cool. Out Loud, that song was kind of like when you're not being truthful, you're not being honest, like things don't really work out, and so you just have to like legit say what's on your mind. And so I just put that into context of the song, and it's like one of the first songs I ever wrote. It was just like, you know, when I talk about being truthful, it's more like,
if you're talking about writing out loud as one of the first freaking songs that you ever wrote, you were destined for stardom.
living your life the best you can, trying to be the best human being you can, you know, and being loving to everyone and being truthfully honest within your daily actions, and, you know, when you talk to somebody and you're not feeling well, like stuff like that, in terms of like your emotions being out and, you know, kind of like wearing your heart on your sleeve in a way.
Try to be the one you love and need. I'm feeling you sort of like a burden. I feel it in my heart. Are you letting go of me now? I see the words across her face now, saving my last breath for you. Broken hearts molded to prove.
So when I first heard this song, like, I was really emotional. I'd been going through a lot. Like, you know, here was COVID. I had just broken up with this girl that I thought was like really going in the right direction. And so, like, usually I'm a pretty sensitive guy. I mean, and I mention this because, you know, I lost 5 subscribers, and I know why. It's because I was trying out something new for a dating site, and I said, you know what? Let me put myself out there like this, rather than just your typical, you know, oh yeah, this is me writing summary. You know, you don't know if people are catfishing you or whatever, you know. And I've been catfished before, and it's not fun, you know, because I'm naturally not a rude person. I may curse from time to time, but, you know, I'm not a rude person at all whatsoever. And so, you know, it was fine that, you know, 5 people wanted to leave. That's fine. You know, if they don't like, I don't force and I don't ask for money, or, you know, I don't say, hey, monetize my channel, damn it. Repeat that almost every single video. But when I heard that song for the first time, like, I really did get like teary-eyed. And it doesn't take much to get me teary-eyed. I know there's another dude who does reviews, and he's easily emotional. You know, little brother, I forgot his name. He has a lot of subscribers, and he really, like, you know, is close with his brother, his older brother, and, you know, he cries really easily. And you know, he was tearing up at the end. You had a lot of people tearing up at the end of Out Loud, and Alejandro didn't tear up at the end of Out Loud. He kind of teared up at the end after they gave him, you know, and said, like, you're going on to the next round. Then you could kind of see him tear up, and he held his shit together. I would have been a fucking mess, you know. And I'm kind of glad, like, you know, when I got my audition and, you know, was voted on to the, you know, thank God there was no second, third, fourth, fifth round, or else I definitely wouldn't have gotten where I got. But when I was given that, like, I hung up the phone, and, like, I think I teared up, and that's just the kind of man I am. But the point that I'm getting to is that his playing, his voice, this song, it just, what he did when he played the song and what he described it, not the first time around, because he kind of, you know, when he was watching his own review of the song, you know, he kind of laughed about it, like how awkward it was. But like now, the way he describes it, and one thing, and I've mentioned it several times, why I've really started like, you know, liking Eminem is, and it just kind of put it together right now. Not right now, but when I was listening to this and I paused it and I thought, you know what? These are the first two artists that really have said, you know what? Own yourself, own your mistakes, own the shit that you've done. Because for the longest time, you know, there's some wild, crazy stories about Eminem, and like I said, I usually don't go into people's personal lives. And if, I mean, everybody, I mean, he flat out says, you know, school flunky, pill junkie, but look at the accolades, you know, whatever he puts his mind to, you know, look at where he's at. I mean, you have a lot of stories like that. I'm one of them. I had, for the longest time, ballooned when I see my weight, and I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not going to allow myself to be this. And come to find out, like, I was happier and actually had more opportunities for dates when I was a fat ass than what I do now, but that's neither here nor there. I knew I was happier. It's like, how am I going to make somebody else happy if I'm not happy? And putting the slogan above my bed every morning that I woke up that, you know what? I'm going to kill it today. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be working out. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to change my life. And I changed it. And regardless of where I'm at, you know, as far as relationship-wise, I'm happier for the better for me because I feel better about myself. And is that what life is about, is feeling better about yourself. But also, in my early 20s, I didn't own myself. Like, here I was in the music industry, and I did get too big-headed. I know for a fact I did. And here I was just interning. It wasn't until I actually started getting paid that I started, you know, and people who think because you work in the music industry you're making a shitload of money, check yourself really, because unless you're talent or, you know, you get up to a position where I finally got up to, I didn't stick long. I stood for about a year, you know, in the co-executive position, and then, you know, left, saved up what I have. I don't have a lavish house. I don't drive a freaking Mercedes or, you know, Bentley. I don't, you know, there was a funny saying that, you know, when your artists start seeing you drive the cars that they're driving, Mercedes, BMW, you're about to have a problem. So why do you think that the artists are going to get paid so much more than you see the people working, unless they're talent agents, unless they get up to co-executives like I did? You know, I put that money away for rainy days, and that's what I have that money for. But like I said, I don't live lavishly. You know, I'm pretty modest. I'm very giving, and it took me a while to feel that. Even though I was nice, I knew, you know what, I'm not being honest to myself. And people like Alejandro writing out loud and people like Eminem, like, really helped me to start owning my shit and saying, you know what, no need to lies, you know, be honest, be who you are. And I appreciate him for that, for being such a young man. Here I am, 42. What is he, 25, 26 now? And to have learned that lesson so young, I great admiration for him.
Out loud now, yeah. Out loud now, yeah. Out loud. It's so hard to say. Out loud now, yeah. Out loud now, yeah. Out loud. Not giving all that's left to you. My feelings don't mean a thing to you. Yeah, just waiting for the light to prove that every lie was spread by you. I see the words across her face now, saving my last breath for you. Broken hearts molded to prove. so hard to say out loud now, out loud now.
It's so hard to pause this song. It really, really is. Like, I get lost in it like I do Yellow. It's just so hard. I've been having a lot of copy strikes, and I don't know why. I think I'm going to drop the intro and outro, see if that helps. I mean, I even had a song last night that I put up that isn't even that widely praised as a song, and it, yeah, copyright after copyright. I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't have a huge channel to market all this, but yet, you know, it's not the smallest of channels either. I mean, you know, it's small, but it's not, I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong. So, yeah, I'm going to try to get this out, and hopefully, you know, I want to play the full, you know, I haven't heard what, you know, after this, so I'm very curious. I'm sure you guys have seen this, but I haven't had a chance to see it yet, see it yet, so.
Out loud, it's so hard to say out loud now, out loud now, out loud.
I guess like singing really wasn't my main focus ever. Like singing was always like on the back burner of like, oh, like if I need to make a song, like I guess I'll just sing on it. I think when I was busking out in the street and doing stuff, like it really forced me to like, okay, I can play guitar, but sometimes people want to hear like some singing.
Isn't that awesome too? Because if he didn't start singing, jeez, the world would have lost out on something special there.
So like, let's try to sing, and I would try to like force myself to sing, and I kind of like developed my own style by playing out in the street and just seeing what, you know, what kind of melodies I can make up and what kind of songs I can create. So the song "The Darkness," I don't really remember where or why I wrote it. It was more of like I was using it to kind of like that tuning, especially. I think I'm in drop B. I forgot which tuning I'm in. But I had like this old kind of like Western style kind of like idea in my mind, and I wanted to like make a song that kind of like evokes.
And I think I just reviewed this, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let this just breathe on through.
You know how you would watch a movie? But I remember I was watching No Country for Old Men. I was watching that movie, and I usually do this with my songwriting where I watch a movie and I just fiddle around and just like put it on mute and just play. And so I remember I was watching that movie, and that movie has no music. Same approach that I did with this song is when I recorded it. I like had the verse and the chorus, and then the bridge is like however long I would want it to go. So every time I play, it's going to be different. And so every time I do play it live, it has that emotion because I'm not ending it on a specific time. It's like I usually play it for 20 minutes, or I play it for 10 or 5 or 15. Like I think that's the most, you know, fun I have is when I'm playing songs like that where I can create the ending and just like kind of like paint the picture where it can go.
Thank you for correcting me too. I can't remember what user did it, but thank you so much, because I had said it was Vampire Shade when I reviewed this song, and I'm like, wow, I was like really off there. So thank you to the user who told me, nope, that wasn't Vampire Shade, that was The Darkness. And yeah, that's why I said I appreciate, you know, those of you who are my subscribers and who tell me, correct me. This is your first time watching, hey, subscribe. I had it on my intro, outro, but like I said, I'm going to drop that for a little bit and see if it lets me upload. Because, man, I'm missing out on some good songs that I want to put up here. So, yeah, if you like what you're hearing, subscribe. Some beautiful guitars, by the way.
Follow you into the darkness. I will follow you into the darkness. I will follow you into the darkness. I will follow you into the darkness. And hold me down by the river. Watch souls pass me down.
I'll admit that's the first time I've heard him sing that loud. Ever. And he holds a note. It's fireworks going off. Man, these neighbors love these fireworks, I tell you that much. But I've never, ever, ever heard him go that loud before. He held that clean.
Down, do you miss me?
Yeah, nice one.
Inside these bones of disparity. I will follow you into the darkness. I will follow you into the darkness. I will follow you into the darkness. I will follow you into the darkness.
You know, that's one thing I did catch on very early about him, that he does love to strum and, you know, does love to do, you know, his open tune. And that's kind of like his thing to find, like, you know, find himself, not even find himself, but find where he's going with the song. And I think that's real cool, because that's like his thing. He's not faking it. He's not putting it on for a show. I could just see him, you know, studio, his apartment, his pad, wherever, you know, just starting to strumming, and then just coming up with something just blows your freaking mind every time. again, as a contrast, what I had mentioned on the first song is I like the highs here because this is what I'm expecting. Like, you know, not just having heard it before, but even from the beginning to the end, first time hearing it, when I did, I was like, you know, this is what I was expecting. You know, even if you were to go on for 20 minutes, there's nothing that's really going to catch me too much by surprise. Of course, unless you started like hearing a freaking saxophone or a flute or something, then I might be like, okay, I wasn't like, you know, you'd find a way to make it fit. But, you know, yeah, I'd be like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. But on that first song, like I said, you know, whenever I say something critical, I know I get jumped on by fans, but I'm just telling you, it's just from my opinion, my point of view. Doesn't matter, you know, as much as the next person's. I'm just saying, like, you know, for personal taste, what I like, you know, I would like to have heard what I had said, you know, just like a lower, you know, transition down, you know, into his bridge. But like, you know, with this, like, I expected this, and this is, you know, this is badass when he starts getting down like this. My only complaint was the editing, the film editing. Other than that, this was badass. I'm glad that I clicked on this. Never heard it before, and right on, man. I really, really like this. So hey, I hope you guys give it a look see, and yeah, thank you for those who stuck with me, man. I will be back with some more. So I appreciate you guys standing by. Thank you.